Hey y'all, I'm back with a tag video, and this is the favorite people tag. And if you see me looking down, I'm looking at where I wrote the notes at, like all the questions. So this tag has been going around BookTube, YouTube, whatever, for a while, and I should have done it a long time ago, but I wasn't tagged in it, so that's why I really didn't do it, but kind of just laziness. And everybody that I watched kind of just said, if you want to do it, do it. Consider yourself tagged. So, yeah, I'm going to consider myself tagged. So it is the favorite people tag. And that's in itself why I haven't done it is because it's hard for me to narrow down who my favorite people of these categories are. Just not an easy thing. I have like 1,000 that I could answer for each question. So I am gonna put like this quote from the movie Ever After is like my tag for this tag, like the way I feel about this tag, even though I'm gonna answer. But I don't have just one answer for every question. So most questions have at least two or more answers. But I'm gonna put an like addendum on this tag, and the part of Ever After, the two main characters go to a library, and the main guy asks the girl, choose a favorite book, and she says, I can no sooner choose a favorite star in the heavens. And that's how I feel about every one of these questions. I can't choose a favorite. That's why there's two or more answers to each question. So, the first question is your favorite author. And I might could have chose my favorite author because I do have a favorite. But I did put three on here for it. So, that would be Nicholas Sparks. I've loved Nicholas Sparks since I was a teenager, and I'm now in my late 30s. So, yeah, I love Nicholas Sparks. Love his books, love his movies. Yeah. And then Kristen Hanna. I've read and Nicholas Sparks, I've read up to a point. I have read all of his books except one up to a point. Because at one point in time, I had read all of his books, no, all of his books except two up to that point. And it's actually one and a half because I did start one and I wasn't crazy about it, so I DNF'd it. I just felt that it didn't do right. It didn't do what it said it was going to do, so I just DNF'd it. But up to that point, I had read all of his books except one and a half. But then I've read past that point. I think I've read two, maybe three. No, maybe I think I've read two. And then Kristen Hanna. I'm not sure how many of her books I've read, but every one of the books of hers that I've read, I have absolutely loved, and some have made me cry my eyes out, either over happiness or heartbreak or just all the feels. So I love her. And then the last one is Debbie Macomber. And I haven't read as many of her books as I thought I had, but I have read a good number of her books. And I love her books. She's one of my favorite authors. And then that was question 1. Question 2 is favorite comedy actor slash comedian. And what immediately came to mind was Robin Williams. I love Robin Williams. He is just so funny in everything I've seen him in. That's funny. He's hilarious. I love him. And then Carol Burnett. I used to watch Carol Burnett show. Well, it was reruns, but yeah, I would watch it, and I loved it. And that's something me and my grandma bonded over. And she has the book. Well, she had it at her house now, but she's passed. But of Tim Conway's book, and I want to get it and read it. So Tim Conway's another one that I like. He's hilarious. So, and I guess some of these that I put for dramatic actor could also be for comedy, because the next question is favorite dramatic actor. But I guess like Lacey Chabert, she's comedic. She's she does dramatic too. So I'd put her for both dramatic and comedy. And the same with Amanda Seyfried. She does comedy and um, dramatic. So I would put her for both. And then for dramatic, I'm gonna go with Johnny Depp. I love Johnny Depp. And I guess he can go for funny too, but not really funny haha. More like just light-hearted kind of stuff, because he does some of that. And then he does dramatic as well. I love him. I love a lot of his movies. And who else? Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio. I love him. And I love Tom Hanks. I love Tom Hanks is one of my favorite actors. And then Candace Cameron Bure. I love her. She can do comedic. She's another one that can do comedic and dramatic. I love her in all the. I almost said Disney. It's not Disney. It's Hallmark. All the Hallmark movies she's been in, and especially Full House and Fuller House. I love those. And I think that's it. That's all that I put. And then it says the, that was the third question. Yeah, dramatic actor. So we had comedy, favorite comedy actor, and then favorite dramatic actor, and now we have favorite political figure. And I'll say, and I don't love this person. I just love the quote that this person said, and that's Eleanor Roosevelt. And she said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." And I love that quote. I just absolutely love that quote. And I just wanted to say that when I was a kid, I was obsessed for some crazy reason. I was obsessed with Barbara Bush. I, I have no idea why. No idea why at all. So, yeah, try to figure that one out. A little kid, like 5 and under. Maybe 5, 6, 4, 5, and 6, maybe. And then number 5, favorite film writer slash director. And I just went with what a lot of other people said, and that's John Hughes. I love a lot of his movies. Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, um, Home Alone. So yeah, I love a lot of his movies. Um, and then number 6, musician slash singer. And the first thing I wrote down was way too many. Yeah. And then some of the ones that I wrote that I love is Alan Jackson, Reba McEntire, Dolly Parton, Katy Perry, Eminem, Cyndi Lauper, Garth Brooks, and Alabama, just to name a few. And I like so many more. Eagles, Def Leppard, um, Elvis, love Elvis. Um, the one that sang Margaritaville, I can't think of his name right offhand, but I love him too. Let's see, what else? That was number 6. So number 7 is biggest inspirational person. And I put these in categories. And the first category is people that I know. And that's my mom, my sister, and my nana. They inspire me in a million different ways. And then I put YouTube, people on YouTube. And the first person is Lottie Kroll. And she is at Enjoying the Journey, Cancer as a Lifestyle. And I just adore her. And I think the thing that inspires me about her is her charity work and how much she does that and how much she loves the Lord. Both of those, and how she uses her charity work to honor the Lord and to just be a great Christian, and all of her crafting for charity. I love it. And then there's the Boggy Brigade, and those are Lynette at Charmed Grammy. I can't think of the other woman's name. And then, um, mm, it's almost like Lynette, but it's not Lynette. And that's at Nina's Knots Crochet, but I can't think of her name. And Billie, the Crafty Floridian. So Lynanne. Her name is Lynanne. Lynanne at Nina's Knots Crochet. And then I still can't think of the other woman's name or her channel. But I'll put all these channels I'll put below. But the reason that they inspire me is because they take blankets from the entire crochet community and they give to Camp Boggy Creek, and each year they try to do more, try to give more blankets. And this past year they give every February, and this February when they went, they had to have one of those small U-Hauls to carry all the blankets. So that's a big deal. That's a lot of blankets. So excuse me for one moment while I readjust. And I'm sorry if I'm moving the camera. My leg was starting to kind of cramp up. But back to what I was saying is they give blankets for Camp Boggy Creek, and Camp Boggy Creek is where each week they have kids with severe illnesses come and they get to experience what camp is. And each week it's all kids with the same illnesses, like sickle cell anemia one week, heart stuff another week, epilepsy one week, and so on and so forth. Let me turn the page. Yeah. And then there's to switch. This is like, it's still YouTube, but it's the art kind of community. Trying to think for a second. Allie Brown, she's just somebody that she's done videos on like how to do like backgrounds if you want to write, like writing in a journal or writing a letter or something. And I really like her style. So she's inspired my art, which I haven't done in a while. And so has Roben-Marie Smith. She does mixed media, and I really like her style. So I'll link all these channels. And then another person, she doesn't do videos now, but she did, was Margaret Olander, and I cannot think of her channel. Sheepishly Sharing was her channel. Sheepishly Sharing. And she did that, and she just was a wealth of knowledge, and she was very welcoming and inviting. A person, it always felt like you were sitting down with someone and having tea with a friend or something. So her, and for books, I would say that two of my inspirations as far as books go is Sarah at the Bookish Knitter and Elizzabeth at Lizzie Faye Loves Books, because I just really like their style and like the kind of books they read, and how, especially Sarah, she reads a lot of Harlequin books, and those books are considered by a lot of people just throwaway or just not as up to snuff, not good enough or whatever. And she's here to say that's not true, that's wrong, that Harlequin books are great. There may be a lot of them, they may not be the most in the the most prolific thing ever, and you may forget it in 5 minutes, but at least you read a book and you had a good experience reading it. And if that is what happens, then it doesn't matter what the book is. And then the third category of people that I want to mention is famous people. And number one is, like a lot of people have said, Mr. Rogers and Tom Hanks. Those two people, I just think they're overall nice guys. And yeah. And then the third one is, I can't remember what her first name is, but I do remember her last name is Kennedy. I want to say maybe Mimi Kennedy, but I don't know that that's true. I'm not sure what her name is, but she started the Special Olympics, and I just think that's so awesome. And then that's kind of the last question of the tag. And then the eighth question is to tag people. So I've got a few people that I want to tag, and I want to tag Anjonette at AJ's Personal Touch. I want to tag Lottie at Cancer as a Lifestyle. No, I've got it wrote on the other page. Enjoying the Journey, Cancer as a Lifestyle. And that's Lottie Kroll. I want to tag Kaylin at Kay's Crochet Haven. Teri at Nana's Crochet Ideas. And Elizzabeth at Lizzie Faye Loves Books. And that's the tag. That's the favorite people tag. So, yeah. I'll have all the questions linked, all the questions down below. And the people that I tagged, and the people that I talked about inspiration that are YouTube channels, I'll have all of those people as well listed down below. Well, I hope y'all have a good day, good week, and bye. God bless. Bye.